I met a gypsy.
So how gnarly is a 450 LCQ these days?
Oh my God, it's so scary.
Is that the most stressful thing a human can do?
Dude, my stress is getting so bad on race day now. Like last year, I think I actually puked before I think it was like 12 out of the 17 races I puked before.
With nerves.
Yeah, either the heat race or the LCQ. Usually before the LCQ. But it's gnarly, dude. Like I usually like when my mechanic last year, when I walked away, he knew where I was going. I needed to find like a place that nobody was and get it all out. I felt like I just ate like, I don't know, fucking 20 pounds of food. Like it just wouldn't stay down because I was just so nervous. So I would go out there for the LCQ in the main event with nothing in my stomach.
Oh.
So that didn't help. But yeah, nerves are crazy, man. Like, and I ride for myself, right? So I shouldn't be that nervous, but I just put so much pressure on myself. It's gnarly.
Why do you think you do that?
It's also hard, like when you do really good a week, and then you just feel like you're obligated to at least do that good, or you feel like you're failing yourself. I don't know. It sucks, man.
Do you work with anybody like mental, like therapist type vibes?
I probably should.
Fuck yeah, you should. I think everyone should.
Yeah. I never have, but that shit sucks. Like at Indy Supercross this year, right before I did well in that LCQ, I had my head in the garbage can in the indoor pits. People were watching me. I'm like, sorry, nothing to see here, man. And then I went out there and got the whole shot, and I did pretty good. But it's you definitely lose a lot of energy when you get everything out of your system.
I feel like there's probably some like easy ways that you could rationalize those nerves away.
So talking to Steve Navarro, who's doing all my physical therapy now, we were talking about that, and he's going to try to get me set up on some stuff that'll help me out for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think
he's amazing.
I think it's worthwhile, man. Like just to it's like there's a lot of value in removing expectations, you know?
I agree. When I go into a race and I feel like I have no obligations or whatever, it's I feel like I perform so much better.
Yeah, and you're already there. You're already doing it. You're as good as you are, and you're as good as you're gonna be.
Yeah, like you would think it would get better.
You know,
like fucking 14 rounds into the series, I still got my head in the fucking toilet.
That's what I'm saying. Like this, and you're gonna do it either way. So
yeah.
like
you're gonna do as good as you can do,
no matter what,
whether you're scared or not. Like I'm never ever gonna go out onto the track and just not try.
Yeah,
I give it my all every single time I'm on the track. Like, and you're right. I shouldn't be that scared. I'm not scared of getting hurt or nothing like that. It's only performance based. That's why only the reason I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's probably a lot easier for you to overcome that than you think.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, for sure. Like, if you really put a bit of like mental work into it, because you just like, I always think about what I'm like robbing from myself, in a sense. You know, like you're robbing yourself of like a certain enjoyment out of this thing that you've like worked
100%
super hard for.
I don't like. It sucks to say, man, but like. I don't love race days because like I know that shit's coming. Like when I wake up, it is so hard for me to get my breakfast down, and we go out for free practice, and then I have to eat lunch. I'm like just like I'm like gagging when I'm trying to eat lunch, and yeah, it sucks. For sure though, I do agree. I feel like I need to get something figured out there.
Yeah, and it's I just don't think it'd be as hard as what you think. It's like at least for me, like. I always try and intellectualize the thing. Like, just keep going. Just keep pushing further and further into, like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And it's like, if you can ask why enough times to kind of, like, have a bit of a light bulb moment. Like, when I was competing a lot in jiu-jitsu, I would get so nervous. Like, so fucking nervous. To where I just didn't want to do it. I was only doing it because it's, like, a bit of a pathway forward in, like, doing the sport, you know, and then at one point I actually got some advice from this dude Craig Jones. He's like one of the big grapplers, but he was like, "Man, you're already there, and you're gonna do it. like you're not gonna back out.
It seems so easy when you
So
say
like,
it like that.
why would you? Because you got two choices, right? You go on a Supercross, and you got these nerves. So then you've got a decision to make. Are you going to pack up and go home so you don't have to deal with the nerves, or are you going to do the race? And then it's like, if yes, then fuck all of the rest of it. Like if you're actually going to commit to do the race, then drop the worry about doing the race. You're going to do it. Unless you're going to use that to back out. But if you're not going to use that nervous energy and the fear of performance to actually force you to back out of the race, then you need to just drop it. Because all you're doing is like fucking yourself for the
like
race.
how?
Just a decision. You know, like you.
Like I try telling myself that. Like I even tried telling myself, like, yeah, if you don't make the main event, like it's okay. But man, dude, it's so hard. So hard for me.
But I just think like, but how much control do you think you have over making the main event?
I mean, a lot.
In what way though?
It's up to me to do it, right?
Yeah, but you're one of 19 people on the track, or 22.
Yeah.
So it's like there's more. Those people have more control than you in a sense. Like look at what happened at A1.
Yeah.
Like
true.
fully out of your like. I think that there's a point, and that's where I'm saying like intellectually, I think you can get to the point where it's like, oh, this actually doesn't make sense.
Man, if I could get to the point where I'm at the races and I'm not nervous, I feel like I could be a little force to be reckoned with. But man, those nerves are horrible.
Yeah, and I think that I don't know that you could just ever like get rid of the nerves, but I think that there's like a way that you interface with them.
Yeah.
Because like how I think about it is it's like a point of diminishing returns, right? So it's like you can that anxiety and that stress is actually helpful.
Yeah.
Right? To a point. So that it's like this big U curve.
Yeah. I'm a little past that point, I think.
Exactly. So that's what I think, like, you need to, like, actually mentally, like, draw that. Like, draw it and be like, where are you on this versus, like, where's peak anxiety? And just, like, once you get to peak anxiety, fucking the rest done. Like, don't let the anxiety and the fear, like, then diminish your returns. Because there's a point, like, if the opposite was true and you didn't give a fuck at all, that's bad too.
Yeah.
So it's like the two ends of the spectrum are bad. Where's the happy medium?
Yeah.
And I think you can just get to that mentally by just going like, because what's the thing that could fuck you up in the race? Like, is that there's the things that you can control. And so if there's like all these things that you can control, that you have to control, but a certain percentage of your energy and mental equity and all that is used for shit that fucks up the part that you're in control of, then like that's kind of where the issue is, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just like this mental process. Like you probably do talk to like a sports therapist or like a mental coach or something, and then just have like a fucking race day plan. And like, honestly, it's just like literally committing. It's like just committing to a certain mindset of like, you get to the next race, you go, this amount of nerves is good. Once I get to this point, I'm fucking done. And then it's like, I think even just like making the commitment, like I'm going to do this. I'm going to think these thoughts when these thoughts come in, because that's what it is. Thoughts. It's just negative thoughts.
100%. Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, what if this? What if
the only thing I'm scared about is not performing to where I think I should be able to perform.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
But then you just realize how retarded that is.
Yeah.
If
I'm going to try as hard as I can anyways, right?
Yeah. And if that is the goal, if you've got this, like, I want to do the best that I can, but then you're like loading your backpack with a bunch of fucking rocks and trying to race Supercross with a bunch of rocks in your backpack because you care about racing Supercross, then it's like you're actually cooking yourself. You're cooking yourself in a way, you know?
For sure.
But yeah, I honestly think it's like way easier to overcome than it's like just there would be somebody out there that could like get a bit of a light bulb for you, you know?
Yeah. I need to get on that.
Because it'd be fucking sick to be able to fully enjoy the process, you know?
I agree 100%. If I can come out to like the last 4 or 5 races, whatever I can make, and enjoy my time there, that would be phenomenal.
And I think it's probably like a good year for that.
I agree too,
In a
because I'll
sense,
be
you
coming
know,
back with like no
no
pressure.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I go there and whatever, I do shitty, like, okay, well, it's just because I have min race, whatever. But if I go there and I kill it, like, that's cool too, right?
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.